So right now, I'm on 4.5 months of Whole30 out of 6 months, and I realize I have 2.5 months left, minus a day. It's the 16th of April right now, and in the back of my mind, I've always thought about doing 75 hard. That's a program by Andy Frisella, CEO of First Form, as well as MFCEO, the podcast. He's the guy that does that podcast. Super successful business podcast. And this is an awesome program. What you need to do for 75 days straight is 5 things, okay? If you mess up, you have to start all over. And step 1 is going to be, you got to work out twice a day, both of which times are 45 minutes. One of them has to be outside, okay? Number 2 is going to be drink 1 gallon of water per day. Number 3, read 10 pages of a good book per day, preferably a personal development type book. And number 4 is going to be take a progress photo every single day. That's a pretty easy one. And then step 5 is you follow a diet, any diet, but do not cheat and do not drink alcohol. And the thing is, if you mess up any day of the 75 hard, you have to restart. And if you mess up, you have to restart. So there's once you embark on this journey, you basically have to follow through, or else it's just a fail. If you give up, it's a fail, and you're probably going to be worse off than when you started, honestly. You know, something about, for me personally, I highly value integrity to others and to yourself. And if you truly embody a concept, you take it on, you decide, I'm going to do this, let's go. And if you give up when it gets hard, there's always ramifications, there's always consequence. Even if you don't tell anybody, if nobody knows you're doing the 75 hard and you quit, you know, and you can't hide from that. You can't hide from your brain, from your mind, okay? You want to take your character a step down. It's going to be how you do it. You quit on stuff. And I promise you, this will show up in other areas of life. So it's like, don't start this thing until you're ready to make it happen and follow through at any cost, regardless of how you have to change your lifestyle to make it happen. So that's where I'm at. I'm committed to this thing. I'm doing all 75 days. You know, if at any point something screws up, I eat an M&M or something like that when it happened, I'm going to start over. So in essence, I'm basically, I have 2.5 months of Whole30, yet, you know, if this goes south and somehow, I don't even know how I'm saying that right now, because I just don't even see that as a possibility. But I'm not done with Whole30 until I finish the 75 hard. So now I'm 4.5 months in out of 6 months of my Whole30 challenge. And just to recap why I did the Whole30 for 6 months, why I committed to that is I initially committed for 1 month because I always was curious about it. And I love that it's an anti-inflammation diet. I wanted to see what would happen if I go no inflammatory foods, and I immediately noticed increases in recovery. I didn't seem to need quite as much sleep at night. I've had shoulder issues for several years, shoulder rotator cuff issues, tears and such, and honestly, I've been able to implement a good workout routine 3 days a week, not overloading my shoulder joints, but I'm recovering pretty well from that without much issue. I noticed I was having some dandruff, that went away entirely, and I had that going for a while. And increased energy overall for the most part. Another thing was I got super lean. I mean, just like veins out the yin yang, super just shreds everywhere, and just body fat just sucking up on my skin. So anyways, fast forward to now, I got 2.5 months left. I implemented reading 10 pages of a good book every day. That's something I've been trying to do for 10 years, and I finally got to a point where I hit what they call the day of disgust, where I'm tired of the way I've been doing things. I have to make this happen. And I hit that. I've been implementing it for months now, 3-4 months, something like that. And I haven't missed more than 1 day, I think. And I've read several books. Phenomenal habit. I highly recommend getting a reading habit. The average CEO reads about 60 books a year. Now, if I could read 12 to 20, I'm on my way, right? It starts with baby steps. I'll work my way up. And I'm working out 3 days a week right now. over 45 minutes. And for me to start 75 hard, it wouldn't take a lot. The big hitters would be drinking a gallon of water per day, as well as doing the 2 workouts per day. So I would have to add in morning workouts and then add in cardio of some sort of hiking or jogging or something on the other 4 days per week that I'm not doing my standard workouts. And I'm totally open to that. For one, just because cardio is great for your health and your heart. And honestly, I work at a desk job. Now, granted, I stand up for, I would say 80% of my shift, if not maybe a little bit more right now. I am on the phone. I work in a sales job. I work in real estate sales, so I'm on the phone a lot. And for me, just standing in one place is better than sitting down, but I still feel so stagnant because my blood is not flowing. So I need a change. Have you guys ever just been in a place where you're like, I need, something's got to give here. I need something different, and I can't afford to not follow through on this commitment. It has to happen. So that's exactly where I'm at right now. And I got myself 1 month in. Before I finished 1 month of Whole30, I thought, man, this is phenomenal. Like, I feel so good. Why would I stop at 30 days? I have to see what I'm capable of going longer. What does this have in store for me? So I said, all right, I'm gonna do another 30 days. Halfway into that, I ended up in Dallas on a work convention, staying in a hotel for 5 days. I literally brought an Instant Pot with me. I cooked in the hotel room, and I ate 100% clean, 0 cheats this whole time for 4.5 months. Except I ate a gum on accident one time, but no intentional cheats, right? And so there was that 5 days in Dallas. I got it done. There was a night I came so close. I wasn't gonna slip because I knew I was committed, but I was more tempted than I'd ever been, and I felt like almost broken mentally in a way. And that really bothered me. I went out to a dinner with all my colleagues, and they were eating all this beautiful dessert and meals and wine and all kinds of good stuff getting passed around. And I felt like mentally broken because I was like, this was so dumb. Why did I schedule this over a work trip? I so many just excuses and justifications. And then, David Goggins talks about when you're in the midst of wanting to quit and when you're about to level up, you're gonna have this question just creep into your mind, and it's, why did I start? And it's, why am I doing this? And I had that question, and I'm like, why am I doing this in the first place? I went home, I pulled out a journal, and I started journaling, and I thought, man, why am I even doing this? And I came to a conclusion, and that is that I'm doing this for the mental toughness. I'm doing this to see what my body is capable of. I'm 27 right now. If there's ever a chance for me to give my best effort at my health and fitness and see what my body is truly physically and energetically capable of, it's probably right now. So if I don't go hard now, I may not go hard later and lose momentum and never get the energy to actually go hard. There's so many adults and dads that just, we had kids and then work, and then they get the beer belly, and then their muscles are tight, and then they pull stuff, and then they just never have the fitness they used to. So I'm thinking, man, I got my first baby, why would I let off the gas pedal? I want to become the best version of myself every day into the future that I enter into. So long story short, I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing 6 months straight. 0 cheats, 0 days off, nothing. I'm going 6 months because it's easy to do something one big bang, go hard, but to be able to just take a beating day in and day out, day in and day out, obviously not a physical beating, but to inflict something long-term on yourself and to be able to sacrifice, you guys, a key attribute of a successful person, a truly successful person, is being able to delay gratification. Everybody I know that's really successful, especially that came up from the bottom, it massively had a vision inside of what they wanted, and they delayed that gratification and sacrificed it, did what they needed to do to make it happen. So I'm just like, you know what? I need to become that person. And as a man, I need to know that I could do this. So I set myself up, 6 months, let's go. Wrapping back around, Now we are 4.5 months into this. I have 2.5 months left, almost to the day, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm already doing most of what I would be doing on the 75 hard. Why not just do the 75 hard and finish this with a bang? All I'd be doing is adding in daily workouts and drinking a gallon of water and taking a progress photo. I can do that. So that's where I'm at now. I want to prove to myself and other people that I'm savage as fuck. I don't care how many excuses I could have with this shelter in place right now, with less work, with less gym equipment access, with less of everything. You know, I just don't care. Everybody's getting soft right now, and I want to get harder. I want to come in, I want to callous my mind. I want to just be the hardest motherfucker in any room that I enter into. And that's where I'm at. So I'm super excited, to be honest with you. I've been leveling up for sure as a man, as you know, in my career, as a father, in my relationship. Relationship, to be totally honest, I definitely want to dedicate more time and effort and energy. Right now is like a focus on career in my life, and so I am pouring a lot of energy into that and becoming a professional, just truly what it means to embody going from amateur to professional. And all the personal development and just honestly the habit of reading is really helping me make that leap, because it's totally a mindset shift going from just going from an amateur to a professional mindset. And I'm getting to that point with my fitness as well, where just treat it like it's my lifeblood, and I gotta see what I'm capable of. Do any of you guys or ladies just wonder what it's like what is my potential? What would it be like to activate as much potential as possible? What if I put it all on the line, bit off more than I can chew, and I chewed it? What would that look like? What would I feel like? What would my life look like? Doesn't that inspire you? Don't you guys just wonder about that? And it's so easy to let life just happen day by day by day, and what we once dreamed about, we start to push off to the side and act like it's not important anymore, or act like, oh, I'm not that person, I don't have the same values anymore. But deep down, how would it feel if we actually achieve that? Are those still in alignment with our values? Would that give us energy? And you guys, I gotta know. So, Andy Frisella, boom, boom, boom. Thank you so much, my brother, my mentor through podcasts and videos. I really appreciate you putting this together, and I got to see what this is all about. So I just want to say thank you for all the time, energy, and money that you put into what you do. It's highly appreciated, and you're benefiting a lot of people. So I'm excited, guys. I'm going to keep you totally updated through the 75-day hard that I'm going to be doing. I'll do lots of video updates. You can follow me on Instagram. It's Brandon_Congdon, not condom. It's CONGDON. Okay, and I'll be updating you there. I love posting in my stories. And you guys, if you have any feedback for me, let me know. I'd love to interact with you. That'd be awesome. If you want to like this video, if you want to subscribe, you can stay in touch with my process and my journey and what I'm doing, because I'm learning as I go as well. And let's do this. Let's do this. Do it. Just do it. Bye. Step 4 is, dude, how do I? Oh man. You gotta take a progress photo. Yeah.